Big Show with Night and Day for the best milkshakes, thick shakes, and super thick shakes.
Welcome to the biggest show on earth.
Our biggest show.
Biggest.
This is big.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Tuesday afternoon, the 3rd of September 2024. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night...
Oh my God!
Sorry,
what happened to you?
I ran out of steam there, fella. Sorry, I peaked too early there. That was my bad.
Yeah.
Tell you what's
100%.
not bad is old Mogi and his tight white tee there. How are you stallion?
Yeah, going pretty grouse, you mad dog. You are a sick son of a bee.
I am.
And I'm noticing that more and more. The more time I spend with you, I'm thinking, this guy is a mad dog.
Yeah, man.
Absolute mad dog.
Absolutely.
Your missus wouldn't want to let you off the porch, would she?
Nah.
Because you'd be a Roman, brother. You'd be sniffing around the old lampposts up and down the street there, wouldn't you, boy? He's that good boy.
It's funny you should say that, actually, Mogi. It's my mates at school used to call me Mad Dog Hoity J.
Did
They
they?
called you Bism
Oh, they called me that as well.
because of your acne.
No, it wasn't acne. It's because I had heaps of freckles, Keyzie, and
Didn't
they thought
you-
it looked like fly shit.
You had acne and you had asthma.
Well, yes, I did have acne, really bad acne, but that's not why they called me Bism.
Isn't it-
It's because of my freckles.
Didn't you have to live in like a bubble because your acne was so bad?
How are you going, Keyzie? You're looking really good. What's that cap today that you got on? Is that like a Blue Cross cap or something like that?
I think it's just Chevrolet.
I was at a Chevrolet, yeah, rock and roll, man, with your jacket there and the sheep lining and it's great stuff, mate. How are you, Keyzie?
I love how your idea of getting back at Keyzie is just describing what I'm wearing on the radio.
Right, no, quite honestly, man, you look great.
Thanks, Jase.
You
I really
look
appreciate
really,
that.
really stylish.
Thank you. You're wearing Pugsan's hat that he got you that you never wear.
Yes.
Why's that?
Oh, I just felt like wearing it today. I mean, I wear it at home every day, all day. But then today I was like, you know what? I might wear the cap today.
And here we are.
And here we are.
Everybody's all up to date.
Exactly. No, I tell you, it's a big show ahead. I'll get into it a little bit later on in the show. I had a hell of a start to the day and very sad start to the day, actually.
Thanks, mate.
For our family and plenty coming up. But let's start with Fatboy Slim.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed, the Verve there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 12 minutes past 4 o'clock, which means it's time for this.
The Big Poll. Bit of a good one, this one, Jase.
Yeah, it is. And it's one of those polls, Mogi, where we are really relying on the audience's response to this.
100%.
In terms of making a decision. Tell the people what the poll is today, Mogi.
Well, this one today, it's all about specifically my moustache, and I'll just walk you through it before we get to the line. Look, in this setup, Keyzie, you've got a moustache, brother.
Sure do.
You've been rocking one for as long as I've known you, actually.
Yeah.
Old Pugson, he's got one as well. Jace, you don't have one.
No.
But I've been growing one for about a year, and that's despite my wife not being a big fan of it.
Sure.
She doesn't like the look of it. And then over the weekend, she said to me, we were kissing. Have you ever kissed your wife? Early doors you would have done.
Or maybe you haven't got to that stage
When
yet.
you married, when the day you got married. Anyway, she was saying to me, she said to me, she goes, God, your moustache stinks.
It stinks. So she was sniffing while kissing.
Well, I mean, it's pretty close proximity.
Well, if you've got your mouth closed, Keyzie, when you're kissing, or you know what, you can't breathe through your mouth, you've got to breathe through your nose.
Well, how long were you kissing
I
for?
do, anyway. Days, it felt like.
Wow.
But her vibe was that it reeked. And I thought to myself, well, if that is the situation, obviously I've probably got to, maybe I could wash it.
sure.
Maybe I could start washing it. It's been a year. I could do that.
You don't wash it.
Well, no.
Well, okay.
And obviously not, because it stinks. And she actually thought she detected a crumb in it, which would have been off-putting. But I'm wondering, is it something that I just need to get rid of? Is it something where I just say, look, my wife doesn't like it, I like it, but maybe I should get rid of it?
See, this is interesting because when you were growing the moustache, your wife didn't like it.
That's right.
And I think I even said it on the show. It was like, don't worry, she'll like it after about a month. She'll get used to it, and then she won't want you to get rid of it.
Right.
Which is what happened in my case. My wife was very anti it.
Right.
So that hasn't happened.
Well, mine stinks, though.
Yeah, so
Does yours stink?
No, mine doesn't stink.
And I'm not sure if it stinks all the time, but just on this occasion.
Sure.
And how come you can't smell it? Because it's right under your honker.
My honker, but it's your own stink,
It's
isn't
your own
it?
stench.
Yeah.
The conundrum for me, and ordinarily in that scenario, I would say, Mogi, you do what you want and what feels right for you.
Thanks, mate.
But then I factor in your wife's happiness. And I think to myself, how big a sacrifice is it for Mogi to chop the bastard off? You're a good-looking fella underneath it as well. I mean, I don't think it's going to detract from your look. Your wife will be happy and there'll be a lot more kissing.
But what about if it's my lip that stinks?
Wow.
It could be a stinky lip that's going through the moustache.
Why don't you try shampooing your moustache tonight? Actually, how about this? I've got the ultimate test, all right? Jase, you were voted to have the biggest... Well, it wasn't voted.
No, I'm not
It
smelling
was
his moustache, Keyzie.
Scientifically proven that you had the biggest honker, therefore you can smell the best. Sniff his moustache today. Get right up in there.
No.
Then tonight you shampoo it.
Yeah.
Come back tomorrow, then Jase gets in there and sniffs it again.
But
Sure.
my concern for you,
Come on,
Mogi,
Jase.
is that because you haven't shampooed it before, you might end up with a Hoity J Bush scenario.
Which is...
Well, that it'll just bouffon out,
Oh, yeah.
you know, because you haven't cleaned it, and all of a sudden it'll be clean and just sort of puff up.
Why do you
Yeah.
not clean your bush? Is that what you're
Oh,
saying?
no, I clean my bush,
okay.
but I don't
Yeah, okay.
groom it.
Yeah, anyway, well, today's poll is Mogi's moustache, yes or no?
That's right.
Do people think it's a good look? It's only on, you may have seen it, you may not have. Have a geese on Instagram at Hauraki Big Show and let us know. It's a binding referendum.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you going to stand by the decision?
I'll stand by the decision, but I would also like to say that I think it's the moustache I think is better than my nude face.
I prefer you with the moustache.
Thanks, mate.
That's not a weird thing. But,
Not at all.
Text through as well, 3483. What do you think? 0800 Hauraki. And as said, you can go to the Hauraki Big Show's Instagram story, have a look, vote at the big poll there, and we might even chuck it on Facebook too. The Hauraki Facebook
Crazy
page.
stuff.
Yeah.
In the meantime, here's Tame and Parla.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, indeed, the cult there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 27 minutes past 4 o'clock. And, fellas, I had a very sad start to my day today. We've got a cat, and we've had this particular cat. He's like 17, going on 18 years old, Mogi.
Yeah.
So he's pretty old.
What's his name?
Tigger. What the hell, man?
I clicked the wrong button.
Yeah.
Carry on.
And anyway, I came out to the kitchen today to make my wife reluctantly another cup of coffee after she slammed the last one I made her. And I noticed something on the chair, and look, I won't go into the grisly details.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, and I'll spare the audience that, but let's just say things weren't looking good for old Tig. And so I immediately called the vet, put him in his little box there because we didn't have a carrier. I used to have a carrier. I don't know where the hell it's gone.
What kind of box is it?
Just a box with a little blankie that I put in there.
Oh, man.
And took him to the vet, and the vet said, you know, blah, 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 and I explained what had happened, and she suggested certain things, and then I had a very awkward and forthright conversation.
Yeah.
Suffice to say, and sadly, that poor old Tig is no longer with us. And it's funny, you know, because I was never very close to Tigger, but he's been there for a long time in our family, and my youngest daughter was very close to him, and being with a little fella when it all sort of stopped for him was quite emotional.
Yeah.
And, you know, bringing him home and stuff, I was a bit moist-eyed. It's quite a sad thing, really, when you think about it. So it was not a great start to old Hoity J's day, but I think the right decision was made.
Did your day get better from there, though?
Not really.
No.
No.
What about now?
Oh, I mean, it's okay.
Ah,
That would put a dampener over the day, though.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, as I say, not a great way to start the day, and a little bit sad.
that is sad. Because you talk about Rue a lot, your dog.
Yeah.
He like does poos on your bed and stuff.
Well, can I just qualify? I think
Daily.
she did a little poo once because of thunder, but that was it.
Right,
She doesn't
okay.
poo on our bed.
Yeah.
And then because I often forget you even have a cat.
Well, I
Yes.
didn't know you had a cat till a couple of weeks ago. You were bagging it. But that's the thing with family, isn't it? You do that.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, that doesn't mean you want him to not be here.
Oh, no, that's
anymore.
right. Because he never used to come in the house, did he?
No, not really.
No.
Because of the dog.
Right. Can I just say, Jase? Kia kaha, man.
Thanks, man.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Killers there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday evening. The time is 4:38, and I was reflecting on the fact that it was a sad day for me today, having to put down our family cat.
Yeah, Tigger. And it just sort of stirred some memories that I have of my childhood cat,
Sure.
Smudge.
Smudge.
Yeah.
Classic name.
Do you remember Rich and Scary?
No.
The novels?
Yeah.
It was like a kids' TV and colour books
Yep.
sort of range. Yeah, I was. There was a cat in there who was a chimney sweep called Smudge, and so we got Smudge, and I named her. And then while I was studying, got a call from my mum saying, "Hey, Keyzie." It was
Keyzie.
actually called Chris back then.
Yeah.
Smudge has passed away, and I said, "Oh, that's really sad, Mum." But obviously I was in Christchurch. I couldn't come up, say bye or anything, so she just let me know. And I was like, "Oh, when did that happen?" "Oh, it was about a week ago." "Oh,
Yeah. You didn't fly up for the funeral?
no, I got told a week afterwards." I would have.
Man.
I would have.
Yeah.
Apparently it was a big turnout. So,
Yeah.
But it is sad.
When I was about 17, I think, and because we had a dog growing up, Sally. She was an Australian Terrier cross. Very intelligent dogs, Jase.
Sure.
And Mum turned up at work there, and she said, "Sorry, but we've had to let Sally go." You know, I'm at the car there and I look out, and she's got Sally sitting on her lap there. She's had to take her down. I think she must have had cancer or something. The big C, Keyzie.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good.
And so it's pretty bloody emotional, because this is the thing, man. You have these animals in and around you the whole time. They are family members.
Yes.
And of course, Mum's bloody upset. I'm upset as well. But I'm at work as well, so that makes it tough too. It's like,
Where were you working at the time?
I was at McDonald's. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
First
so-
job. Yeah.
Yeah, so Mum obviously wanted to come down and let me know as soon as possible, but then it's like, well, yeah, I don't know. What am I meant to do now? I'm at work.
So
Yeah,
she was
sure.
driving with the dog on her lap.
She could, yeah. Well, I don't know if she had it on, had Sally on the passenger seat first and then transferred her over
Right.
onto the lap so that I could see her.
Sure.
Because I was working the drive-through.
Yeah, okay.
Because when you work in the drive-through, Keyzie, and you won't know this, if there's someone on the passenger seat, and it doesn't matter if it's a human or a dead dog, you can't see them from that angle, man.
Sure.
See, I didn't know that.
And so Mum moved her over onto her lap so that I could see her. Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, look.
yeah.
Oh, that's, and
Oh, wow.
what was the
yeah.
last thing? Did you say goodbye to Sally, or did you?
Well, yeah, I mean, I tried to reach out the window and give her a pat, and yeah. But, yeah, and then I saw her later on, but, yeah.
That is
Mum
sad.
got one of those Mac attacks. You remember those? 2 Big Macs, a medium fries, and a large
Oh, so
Coke.
she ordered a meal.
Oh, yeah. That's why she was there. It was
Right.
just a coincidence that our dog was dead.
Oh,
Nice.
did you give her like a discount or anything, or?
Yeah, family discount with that?
Bereavement. I should have given her a bereavement.
bereavement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, looking
okay.
back on it.
Yeah, yeah.
But, yeah.
That's really sad, Mogi.
I actually
Yeah.
put extra $20 cash out. A little $20 for old Mogi there. Hey?
Just to top it up a bit.
Hey, send through some sympathy on 3483, by the way.
Yeah, man. There's ACDC.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Good shirt there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time, 10 minutes to 5 o'clock. And I got a few texts there on 3483, Keyzie.
A lot of sympathy coming through for you, mate. If you just joined us, Hoodie J's pet cat, Tigger, passed away this morning.
Yeah.
Very sad.
And my dog died.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Mogi's
though.
dog,
But
Sally.
still,
Yeah, true.
her life had value.
Weren't
I mean,
you
I lost a
17?
rabbit. I lost a rabbit as well.
Well, let's not have a big thing about who lost more pets.
I had a cat, Patch,
Yeah, yeah.
dead.
I had a parakeet as well back in
Oh,
the day.
yes, I had
too.
one of those too.
Yeah.
What was it called? Cocky.
He was called Cocky, yeah.
Oh,
Was he
yours
pretty?
too?
Yeah.
Oh,
I had a dog called Rocky. Look, lots of texts coming through on 3483. G'day, flellers. James Kerr here. Sorry to hear about your cat, Jase.
Thanks, mate.
Our family cat Wayne died this weekend as well.
Oh,
19.
oh, 19.
what a great name for a cat. Wayne. I like it.
Wayne Kerr, yeah. G'day, fellas. I had a pet rabbit, but my cat ate it, and then the cat died not long after. Double whammy.
You get that often, Jase, when the tail gets caught in the throat.
Sure.
Oh, I didn't.
That's why they've got those fluffy tails. It stops the cats from eating rabbits.
That's so sad. G'day, guys. I had a cat, also named Patch.
Oh, Patch Adams.
Who had a cat called Patch? Was that you?
That was me.
Right.
Were you not listening?
I was.
When I
was
opened up about
I
that.
wasn't sure if it was yours or Keyzie's.
But I wasn't talking.
No, you were Smudge, eh?
Smudge.
Yeah.
I had a cat, also named Patch. Was attacked by a staffy.
Oh,
Oh, God.
who won?
The staffy.
Yeah,
Staffy got him good.
often the way.
Oh, God.
It's a pretty big one.
Oh. Is that...
Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, that happens, Jase. That's just part of being that's animal
I know
world
it
for
happens,
you, brother.
but, you know.
It's circle of life, brother.
Well,
It is the circle of life. You're born, you get eaten by a staffy.
Hey, people that like tattoos, listen up, by the way.
Oh,
you
yeah.
got some admin.
I've got some admin for you.
Jase, you're going to say you're going to get a tattoo of your cat.
Yeah.
The New Plymouth is hosting one of the biggest tattoo and art festivals in the Southern Hemisphere. It is the New Zealand Tattoo and Art Festival. It is proudly presented by Bepanthen, and it's going to
By what?
feature over 250 of the world's best tattoo artists on the 23rd and 24th of November. If you are keen to win not only tickets for you and a mate to get into that festival, but also flights, a night at the Novotel, and $500 vouchers with to top up your rink, then go to hauraki.co.nz right now and sign up for that.
How good.
That's a bloody good prize.
It's a really good prize.
You're not
Especially if
going
into your
to enter into that, man, or what?
Me?
Huh? You're scared to go to the tattoo festival, Keyzie?
Me?
Old clean skin Keyzie, they call him.
I reckon you should get some...
Hang on, sorry, before we... What were you going to say, Jase?
I reckon you look great with a few tats.
Thanks, man. Should we play some Weezer?
Sure, why not?
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, indeed, Weezer there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 4 minutes to 5 o'clock. Don't forget about the Big Show Big Poll today. Mogi's moustache, should it stay or should it go? And incidentally, fellas, I don't think we got a prediction on that.
No.
What are we thinking? What's the vibe? What are you thinking, Mogi? What's the vibe?
I think people love a mo these days.
Sure.
80% yes. Because I think it's Mogi's moustache, yes or no. That's generally how we
Yeah.
do things, isn't it? So
Yeah,
I
that's
reckon it'll be 80% yes.
I think 90,
Wow.
because I'm pro-Mo.
That it should stay.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I was talking to a mate the other day, and he'd been down in Dunedin in the student halls there because his kid was just starting down there.
Sure.
And he said it was incredible. Every kid had the same look, which was a mo
Yeah.
and a mullet.
Yeah.
Oh,
He said
Pug
it-
Sans look.
He said it was kind of off-putting in a way, seeing all these young dudes walking around with mows and mullets.
It is
Yeah.
quite weird, isn't it? Because then there is no point of difference.
Yeah.
No, well,
I
that's
mean,
right.
if you're a young lady or a young man, and you're going down there, you're checking out the buffet, and if you're looking at the Bay Marie there, Jase,
Indeed.
and every single dish is exactly the same. There's no selection. I don't get to make a choice. It's just the same flavour over and over again.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
You want to mix it up a bit, Keyzie, don't you?
Yeah, totally. That's
Variety is the spice of life,
You
Keyzie.
want
100%.
Can I put it this way? You want a party pack.
You do.
You know what I mean? Where there's all sorts of different things in there.
Thank you.
Rather than just licorice all sorts. You know what I'm saying?
Totally, Jace. I 100% know what you're saying, man. Hey, keep an ear out for the Hauraki Fiddler, by the way. It could strike at any moment. If you hear a fiddle mixed into a song, call 0800 Hauraki. You can win $1,000.
Fiddle-dee-dee.
Totally.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Tuesday's going along very nicely. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. I think if we just keep it on the line and don't go up or down, it's okay. It works okay. What are your guys'
Well, you
vibes
tried
on
that earlier on, but then your bull horse dropped out there, didn't they? You got a bit of a, you know, your voice cracked a little bit.
And that's
But
the
it's
thing.
not always going to be perfect, and that's the beauty of live performance.
What about, Jase, because your voice runs out of gas pretty early, right?
Well, it's not my voice, it's my wind.
Yeah,
What-
because
My
of all your
oxygen.
darts.
Your
Yeah,
wind
yeah.
runs out pretty early. So how
yes.
about I start it off, then Mike comes in, and then you finish it? 'Cause that way you don't have to do as much work.
No,
You like the little cherry on top.
no, I don't like that.
Well, you want to be the guy who does most of it?
Yeah.
The big dog?
Speaking of my voice, a lot of people won't know this, but I had the most beautiful treble voice when I was a young fella.
I tell you what, nobody's got more complimentary things to say about Jason Hoyt than Hoity J.
Especially when he's a young fella, man.
And, you know, I remember singing in the choir there at school on a Sunday night. Tears. The tears were pouring out for all the parents there.
Right.
Oh, sweet, oh. And then, of course, I went through the puberty, and I went from that to what I've got now, which is vastly different, obviously. And
How old were you when that happened?
11, scrawny little Hoodie J with a very deep voice.
Yeah, yeah.
It was off-putting to
Riddled
people.
with acne.
Yeah, with asthma.
Well, I didn't have asthma, but
Yeah,
I
you
did
did,
have
little
really bad
nebulizer
acne.
boy.
Hey, now listen, as mentioned earlier in the show, it was a sad day for me. My cat passed away, and we told a few stories. And as we were telling those, Pugson in Studio B told us the most horrific story that I think I've ever heard regarding cats and death. So I think he should
do
tell
that
it.
next, definitely.
Because it's an absolute shocker, Mogi.
It is.
Like outrageous. It's something that you could see in like a TV show or something.
Yes,
Crazy. So that's what's next.
absolutely. In the meantime, here's Supergrass.
Oh, tune.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Tune that, eh, fellas?
So
That is a good tune, that one. That's Pearl Jam, Jace.
It is Pearl Jam indeed, Mogi. Now, we were telling stories of our pets that have left us or passed away, and
All we've had put down.
all we've had put down, as I
yeah.
did today with my little family cat. And
Tigger.
and then Pugson was regaling us with the story of his youth and his pet situation, and we thought to ourselves, didn't we, fellas?
Yeah.
This has to go on the radio because this is an absolute doozy. G'day, Pugson.
G'day. Hey, Jase, I just want to say, not for this story, Keyzie,
Oh, okay,
all right?
sorry.
I just want to say sorry about your loss, mate.
Thanks, mate.
It is sad to lose a pet, and I've lost a couple in my time as well. And one in particular, his name was Sonny. He was a young Burman sort of cat. Very goofy, a lot of personality, young guy.
Sure.
He was maybe about 2.
Did he
at
have the wheel at his feet?
His paws.
Most often, yeah.
Yeah.
Most often the wheel was at his feet. He would get very playful with my older cat, who was about 7 at the time. Her name was Tiffany.
Oh, hello.
And she was a rag doll.
Right, okay.
Anyway, so I lived in a cul-de-sac in Lower Hutt with a few neighbours that all knew each other, sort of Wisteria Lane styles.
Yes, as you do.
Yeah. And one of the houses, a couple of houses down from us, was having an issue with a cat in the neighbourhood. Now, I'll say this. There were about 6 cats in this cul-de-sac, all around the joint, running around. 2 from our house, obviously. But there was a cat who was doing wheeze and poos on this neighbour's lawn.
Defecating.
And urinating as well, Mogi.
Can I just ask the question, though, how would you know if a cat's weeing on your lawn? That seems pretty extreme,
Well, it's the
right?
poos as well.
Well,
I think the
poos.
poos was probably the main thing.
Sure.
And the patriarchal member of this family, of this household, had a massive issue with that. He took huge pride in his garden. And so we would see him walking around the garden with bottles of his own urine to try and deter the cats
Oh,
away
yeah.
from
Yeah, as you do.
his garden.
I
I
do
think
that.
that's a thing,
Right.
right?
Marking
You
your- I
spray it
still
around,
do
marking
that.
your territory.
Yeah.
You,
I don't have a sprayer, I just
Right.
urinate.
sure.
That's somewhat of a sprayer.
And we were getting a couple of complaints from him that he thought it was our cat that was doing that, young Sonny running around there. And then it went sort of up a notch. and we received a letter in our mailbox that had been typed out on the effects of cayenne pepper and other various spices on cats' health if ingested.
Yes.
And how they can be used as a deterrent but are actually quite harmful for the cat and can do some serious damage. So we received that anonymously in our mailbox.
That is sad.
And so obviously immediately we know who it's coming from. It's the guy that's complaining about a cat pooing on his lawn. Now, I knew this family. I went to school with the boys of the family, and my mother knew the wife quite well. Then one day it went a step further. We went out into the carport there and we could smell something, and there was cat feces smeared on our front doorstep and front door.
And your cat did that?
No, Mogi.
Sonny.
No, I don't think it was Sonny.
Dirty bastard.
I'll stop you right there. Sonny was innocent in all of this. He was too young to die. Anyway, so there's poos on there, and then we start to find out from the guy's wife that he's putting out meat laced with antifreeze
Oh, God.
out for whatever cat culprit he thinks is doing this to his lawn. And we find that out from the wife texting my mother saying, don't let the cats out tonight because this person's put out this mince laced with
That is
poison.
Oh my goodness, that is.
Where did he put it on his own lawn, though?
Yeah, he would have put it on the lawn or around the house or whatever. And so we're hearing about this happening. We're not putting the cats out. We're pretty nervous at this point. And then we find my cat one day, Sonny, up in my mum's room, just slumped. Like he's with us, but he's in pretty
Just
poor
hanging
condition.
on.
That's
Yeah.
right. He was a bit swollen or whatever, because obviously what happens there is renal failure. And so then the wife at another point texts my mother and says, I found antifreeze and needles in a brick pile at the back of my house. Come and take some photos. This is evidence this is cooked.
His own wife.
This is his wife.
This is his wife talking to my mother because they knew each other.
Jeez.
She was pretty nervous from him, I think. And so I was at work at the time. I was lifeguarding at the pool down the road.
What a stud.
Thanks, man. My mother, my stepfather, and my sister went over to the property to get photos. As they get there, he turns up at the house, and this massive altercation ensues. My sister, who's got a very fiery personality, had a massive go at him, took a swing, he swung back. My stepfather got involved. Their son, who was unwell at the time, came down from upstairs to try and stop the altercation. Meanwhile, the wife calls the cops. And so he runs, grabs the stuff, chucks it in the car, drives down the driveway. The cops stop him, and then he claims there's been a death in his family and he needs to go quickly, so he gets away. He hides the evidence, so there's none. And this is like an ongoing, like I'm summarising the shit out of this, but it's like a long thing. Anyway, we take him to court over the whole scenario. He then tries to claim that his wife and my mother were conspiring against him to blame the whole plot on him because of his wife's menopause. This is what he said. And at the end of it, he claimed some mental health stuff, and at the end of it all, he only had to pay the price that it cost to put my cat Sonny down. That's a true story.
Wow.
And the Hut News too, way back years ago.
That exact same thing happened to me.
Same. Wow.
Literally word for word.
Yeah.
Happened to you as well,
Yeah,
Keyzie?
100%.
Yeah.
So I feel you, Pugs.
Crazy.
I feel you.
Can I feel you?
Yeah, if you like.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
She-Hunt there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 5:28.
If you were listening to the show yesterday, you'll know that I have set up a special bank account to save up for a motorbike. And what was it? 1/8 of everything I earn on top of my traditional salary, any bonus income, 1/8 of that will go into my motorbike account, and eventually I'll have a motorbike. In fact, first payment went through today, $13 in there.
Good on
So
you.
I'm on the way.
Yes.
That's like it's been one day, you know, it's already working. But tomorrow, in order to get my learner's license, because I did a lot of motorbike riding when I was a kid, did motocross, heaps of trophies to show for it, fellas, don't you worry about that. But in order to ride on the road,
Participation.
they don't give out
Most improved.
I think I did get one of those, actually, yeah. But in order to get your learner's license, you have to do a theory test. But before you can even do that, you have to go and do this basic handling skills test to show that you can ride a motorbike, that you're not going to get on it and fall over, even though you can answer all the questions correctly in the road code. So it's tomorrow morning, I think 9:30. I've got to ride around some cones. But Mike, you were saying you've done it before.
Yeah.
So how intense is it? Because I've been thinking, well, if this is the start of a learner's journey, it must be pretty chill and I should be fine.
Well, as you say, man, generally speaking, like with a car driver's license, you just go along, don't you? You do your theory first and then practical second. And the reason why it's different with a motorbike is because you can know the road code back to front when it comes to, riding a motorbike. You know all the rules and everything. But if you don't have the physical capacity, the physical ability to be able to handle a hog, then there's no point you knowing all the rules, because we can't have some sort of like some weak person out there on the road that's just going to be falling off, unable to control it,
totally,
embarrassing himself. You know what I'm saying, Jase? You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Too many people out there, they don't respect the hog, and you've got to respect the hog.
Oh, I absolutely respect the hog if that's what you're getting at. I reckon I can handle the hog.
Yeah.
I used to do it all
I don't
the
know
time.
if you can handle the hog.
The thing that I found the most difficult about it...
Have you done this test?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Was the riding bitch component of it.
Do you have to ride...
You have to ride bitch, and the guy that did my test rode bitch with me. And
So he sits on the back?
Yeah, he sits on the back, and he was a bit handsy, which I found a little bit off-putting.
Right.
Giving my buzzies a bit of a squeeze.
Don't you have to... Because I thought it was just he's there with a clipboard in the middle of a sort of coned circle.
Oh, he had his clipboard too, just between us, as well.
But he's sort of standing in between the cones, I thought, and he's like, all right, now do a loop. All right, now park.
That's part of it.
Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah, that's part of it.
But I don't need to do any prep or anything, right? Like, it should be fine.
Well, I mean, you should... When's the last time you went to the gym?
Ugh, let's not get into that.
Exactly.
Last year.
My concern, Keyzie, is that you're gonna sort of, you'll ride around, you'll be putting there, right? I imagine in my head, and I don't know if you know if you've seen the film, Jase, Dumb and Dumber.
Yes.
Where Jim Carrey's riding along, and he's got his Lloyd and old mate on the back there, and a truck goes past, and he puts his hand up for it to, the
toot,
truck
toot.
to go toot toot, and it does, and he sort of, and he sort of loses control of the bike there. My concern is that's going to happen to you when it slows down, because the weight of the bike takes over when gravity slows down, and you're just going to topple over and get sort of caught underneath.
Pinned.
Yeah. Because what is it, a Vespa?
No, it's not I don't know what it is, because they're supplying the bike. I don't have a bike yet, obviously. So it'll be whatever bike they have there.
The other issue, of course, is one that we touched on yesterday as well, is the helmet and you're getting your snoz in there. Have you sussed?
Are you crying about your cat again?
Have you sussed that out, Keyzie? I mean, you can have the visor open, obviously, but do they provide the helmet? Because you've got another account for that, eh?
Yeah, I've got a bicycle safety account. No, they've just said open face.
Oh, okay.
And they've given me a giant pair of goggles to wear as well. So, yeah. Okay. But what I'm trying to figure out, obviously, the weight of the hog and the size of the hog is an issue. But other than that, is it something I can just show up to, you think? And, if I try my best, I should be able to breeze past it?
Look, my recommendation is at the very least you should take pugs along to shoot some socials.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Bon Jovi there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday evening. The time is 5 minutes to 6 o'clock. Now listen, very important big poll today. A lot riding on it. You need to have a vote, because we're going to decide that after 6 o'clock. And the question is, Mogi's moustache, yay or nay?
That's right. There's a lot riding on that.
And he is going to abide by what the people say.
It's a binding referendum.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Is it first past the post?
Well, hang on.
Oh, we're not going first past the post, no. No, a binding referendum, and this is the problem that I had with the marijuana referendum that happened some years ago, where it was 51% would win it. Well, that's not. It's got to be more convincing than that, I feel.
70? You want 70 plus?
Yeah, I think 65, 70, around about there.
Yeah, because if you've got 70% of people, all 65 saying your moustache has to go, then it's like, well, that's obviously the vast
it's gotta
majority.
go.
Yeah. So, but we'll get into that in the results of the big
That's
poll
exciting.
after 6, man.
Yeah, great stuff.
Oh.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Oh, welcome back, you massive backbones. How's your Tuesday going? You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Pretty good.
Yeah.
That was great. Night and Day, by the way.
Nice,
Other sponsors of our
All
show.
day.
Podcast outro today, which is bonus material we do outside of the radio show, was very financially based. It was very accounting based. It was probably quite tedious to listen to be honest, but
Probably our worst one ever.
yeah, maybe, but I'd give it a shot anyway.
Well, you want to listen to it at 7:30 when it comes out by searching Hauraki wherever you get your podcast from in order to determine whether or not it was our worst one
Yeah,
ever.
I think so.
Sure.
This little clip that Pugsan has prepped for us is called Invoicing.
I'm really good at invoicing.
Oh, yeah.
Is this the guy who hasn't claimed a single expense in the decade he's been at Hauraki? Because he doesn't know how to do it.
Do you like how he just acts like he hasn't heard a thing you said?
He's just
when
cracking
I-
on with his own.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good, man. I reckon that sounds. Maybe it's actually one of our best ever. Maybe we're not.
Yeah.
And actually, to be honest, my wife does my invoices.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she actually?
Yes.
Because I was wondering about that.
I go, there it is, darling.
Hey,
And she just goes, doosh, doosh,
fix
doosh,
that for me, would you,
doosh.
mate?
And then I get on the computer and go, doosh, doosh, send.
So,
Doosh, doosh, doosh.
would you even be able to put together an invoice and send it out just on your own?
Yes.
You can.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
We should put that to the test.
Well, you'll have some crazy whack computer system going on that, of course, I'll
Just
fail
a
at.
standard one. Just a standard
It'll be, you know,
Windows. What are you, Windows or Apple? Doesn't even know. Ah, so good.
hey, but it's all, it's all tickety-boo, though.
Oh,
It's smooth
yeah.
as.
Oh,
Yeah,
the money's coming in, brother.
Hey,
yeah.
Now, listen, coming up, the results of the big poll, so don't miss out on that because I can't wait to see what happens.
That's right. Mogi's moustache, yes or no? Vote on the Hauraki Big Show Instagram story right now. If it breaks 70%, he's going to shave it off live.
To douche.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Hello there on the radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday evening, but right now it's time for Big Mogi's moustache. Yes or no?
Well, I had a few issues, didn't I?
They
So
did.
I was
You
kissing
did.
with the missus there, and she's like, your moustache stinks. And what's that got in it? Food? And so it was sort of like, well, do I really want to be involved in this? I mean, I don't want to have to get into a situation where I'm having to clean it every week.
Sure.
So do I just lop it off? My wife has never been a fan of it, but my feeling is that other people are more of a fan of it than she is, so I thought I'd put it to the people.
Are you a fan of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something about a mo. I feel like I'm a fan of my mo.
Yeah.
You know, you're actively choosing to leave it there, right?
Yeah.
So the threshold.
I personally hate them.
Well, that's because I've seen your moustache and it's not very good.
It's
when you grow
creepy.
one.
You know, when you've got a moustache, it's creepy, Jace.
Yeah, well,
You do one of those ones like, is it Dick Dastardly off the Wacky Races?
It's not as yeah.
And you could pull it if you're a bad guy.
well, the
It looks
interesting
like a
thing,
dirty lip.
the interesting thing about it is there's quite a lot of blonde in it, and that makes it look patchy.
It does. It does.
Yours looks like you've taken like a big sip out of a cappuccino.
Are we gonna
what?
get into Mo chat here? Are we in terms of critiquing moustaches?
Jace, you critique my moustache at least once a week, all right? So let's not. All right.
Guys.
It's time for the big poll. What was the threshold? 70%.
Yeah.
Nah, that's too high. 60-40.
Hang on a minute.
What was your prediction?
I thought it was 50-50. That's what I thought we were running with.
Well, it's not.
This is a huge decision. This is a huge decision. So, what? You didn't do a prediction, did
Whatever
you,
works
Jace?
for you, Jace.
Oh
wanted
no,
to-
my vibe is that people will say no, don't lose it.
Oh, right.
That's right.
But
So,
who
yeah.
knows?
The question was Mogi's moustache. Yes or no?
Yes or no?
70% yes.
Oh, good.
70 on the button.
That's pretty good.
Saying yes, keep it, or
70
lose
years,
it.
keep it.
Yes to
All right.
Mogi's Mo. So keep it. Yeah.
Keep it.
So it looks like
there
it's
you go.
staying.
Staying, eh?
Do you reckon you could wash it though?
We'll see how we go. Been pretty busy.
I'd like you to take it off,
Take.
your moustache off.
Why are you saying it like that?
Me and your wife, we're in the same boat there.
What are you doing in a boat with my wife?
That's really creepy, Jase.
Get
We're
out
in
of
a
that
boat with-
boat.
And, just, I want you to wake up tomorrow morning and shave that hairy atrocity off your face.
This
would
is
you?
bullshit. No, you haven't been anti-moustache at all. This is a brand new thing.
Well, I'm just being honest here, fellas.
No, I appreciate that, man.
But
And
no,
you
but-
know how much your opinion means to me, don't you?
Exactly. And the people have unanimously spoken.
Well, not unanimously, 70-30,
yes.
but yeah, that's enough. That's enough.
You'll hold on to it.
I'll take it. Yep.
Yeah, just give it a wash so it doesn't stink, and then you can pass your wife in peace.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed. Fun-loving criminals there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday evening. But right now, it's time for this. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue.
Why do we do that?
Why not?
I don't
People
know.
love it, man. They love it. That's why we do it,
That's
Keyzie.
quality radio right there.
Absolutely.
I'm just picturing someone tuning in for the first time going, what are these guys all about?
Well, we don't know. So how are we meant to explain it to anyone? I don't know where that started from. I don't know how it caught on.
No.
But here we are.
Yes.
I watched another episode of Bad Monkey. Bad Monkey.
Did you watch?
It's got Vince Vaughn in it.
Yes.
Oh,
and
Apple
it's on
TV.
Apple TV. I really like it. Do you know what I like about it, Jase?
What's that,
And
mate?
you, Keyzie. You can listen to this, man.
Okay.
Is that it's got a good script, it's got good actors, and they make decisions around how it's shot. I'm sort of realising more and more that everything on Netflix looks exactly the same.
Quite true.
Exactly the same.
Yes.
There is no art at all when it comes to cinematography whatsoever. So it looks awesome. Vince Vaughn is just great. He's a great, great actor, fun dude. I like him. I'd have a beer with him, actually, Keyzie.
Wow.
I would.
Because you're off the beers.
No, I'd get back on him.
Oh,
Just
wow.
to have a beer with him.
yeah.
Is it, what is it, a comedy?
It is a comedy, it's a crime, and it's a mystery.
Right,
I like
okay.
those sorts of things. We're trying to work out what's going on. And it's also set in Florida, so it's hot. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's beaches and that. And
Yeah,
it's got
nice.
a monkey in it, Keyzie. You'll love it.
A
Little
bad monkey.
He's a pretty naughty monkey.
Great stuff,
He
mate.
could do with a bloody good spanking, if I'm honest.
Speaking of comedies, which I don't tend to watch, but friends of ours recommended a show called Camping. And it's a British comedy written and directed by a woman called Julia Davis, who also did the excellent comedy series Sally Forever.
Oh, yes.
And she is the absolute queen of creating really awkward, painful, but very funny comedy. And she tends to play the same sort of character in all of the comedies that she makes.
Sure.
And it's basically this comedy about three couples who go camping together at the back of someone's farm, basically. And they're all dysfunctional as go get out.
Yes.
And it is very, very funny. Highly recommended by Hoity J.
Buzzies?
There's lots of sex, but really
No, I
embarrassing.
mean, how many buzzies out of 5?
That's our
Right.
rating system.
4 out of 5.
4 buzzes out of 5.
Like
Wow.
it made me laugh out loud quite a lot. And,
Okay.
And if you like excruciating, uncomfortable comedy, this is your show.
Where could I watch that?
I watched that on Neon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
You'd like it, Keyzie. Watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, watch it.
I don't like awkward.
It is really awkward.
I hate I really love Peep Show. Remember Peep Show?
Yes.
But I can only watch one episode of that at a time. Or the UK Office.
Yes.
It's too awkward.
That other series I mentioned, Sally Forever, has the most horrific, awkward, painful scene you will ever see on television. So if you haven't seen that, I recommend that as well.
More awkward and painful than Talkback.
Yeah.
I suppose
Yeah,
it's
it's a
intentional.
different kind of pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched Country Calendar. It was about milk. They were making milk.
Oh, my God. Have they ever done an episode on milk before?
They were making milk.
Yeah, with Jersey cows, though.
What?
Jersey cows.
Oh,
What did you think I said?
nothing.
All right. Hendrix.
When he did win.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed, Smashing Pumpkins there on the radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday evening. Now, listen, something very exciting coming up. The boxing mogi that you and I are going to be going to. David Nika Who's he fighting again? I can't even remember.
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, is
Yeah.
it? I thought it was
Yeah.
Tyson.
No, it's Muhammad Ali. So it should be a goodie. I mean, there's an age gap.
Right.
There is an age gap.
Yes.
But anytime you get a chance to see a champion, a legend of the sport, and Muhammad Ali, I'm keen.
Yeah, man.
Are you sure it's not Blake Caparello from Australia?
That was it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause
he's very like Muhammad Ali.
He is.
Yes.
Well, not really. He's a cruiserweight.
No, he stings like a butterfly.
And floats
but-
like a bee.
Oh,
Yeah.
Caparello, he is a cruiserweight. He's on his way to the world title. And, of course, David Nyika is our hotshot boxer at the moment. Hot in more ways than one. Am I right, fellas?
Yes,
Beautiful.
he is.
I mean,
He
that's
is.
not why I'm going to it, but yeah, let's be honest. Let's not mince words. He's a good-looking man.
You were saying that you were hoping some sweat was going to land on you.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. It's happening down at the Viaducts Event Centre. Viaducts?
Yeah, via ducks.
ducks.
You gotta
Yeah.
you got to go via the ducks.
That's right.
And there are some ducks down there as well.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's right. Sorry, it's not Viaducts. It's the Viaduct Event Centre.
Oh,
That's
right,
my
right.
bad.
That's
yeah,
different.
yeah.
I've never been there. I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, neither. I tell you what, though, it's looking good. The photos I've seen of the
Oh,
place,
yeah, cool.
they've already started setting it up.
Yeah, I'm
It's-
fired up.
It's next Friday, I believe, the 14th.
Oh, is it
sorry,
next Friday, is it?
Saturday, the 14th of
Oh,
September.
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday, is it?
It's presented by Banuka Doctor. It's going to be one hell of a fight. If you want to watch it online, it is on DAZN.com, which is spelled DAZN.com. However, we have got a backbone table, and we would like you and a mate to join us. If you're keen, text FIGHT to 3483. We'll send you a link to enter there. And if you're at the backbone table, you sit with Jase and Mike. I'm away.
Yes.
But you get free food, you get free drinks. You have to put a suit on as well. It is the formal... It's the proper way to watch a fight. I've done it about 4 times now, and it's been excellent every single time.
I'm quite looking forward to suiting up, actually, Mug. You haven't put a
Sure.
suit on for a while.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not going to wear a tie, though. You going to wear a tie?
I probably will.
Okay,
I probably
interesting.
will. I might as well. Why not?
Sure.
Don't
You know-
often get the chance, do you?
No.
To don a suit. So, yeah, no, I'll bung a old tie there.
Question: will we see Cool Hat
Cool
Mogi?
Hat Mogi. No, we won't.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's your Tuesday show done and dusted. Your plans tonight, Mogi?
I'll probably go home.
Yes.
I'll probably have a little bit of something to eat. Might watch some more Bad Monkey.
Yeah.
And that'll be about the extent of it, I reckon.
Good
Yeah,
stuff, mate.
Yeah,
Good
looking
stuff.
forward to it.
Good
Do you
on
reckon-
you.
do
I like
reckon
going to bed.
Will you do some invoicing?
I will be doing some work, Keyzie. I just don't like to mention that. But every night I go home and I work.
And then
I
you dream
love
about it, yeah.
And then I have dreams about it. It's pretty good.
Isn't bed great, though? Do you get in bed and go, oh, how good?
I do get in bed and go, oh, how good
Yes.
am I? And
That wasn't the
I
question.
have my electric blankie on. Still got that in
Oh,
there.
you're still running that,
yeah,
are you?
Yeah,
Right.
and that is a treat. See, now we discussed last night that the double blanket had been taken off the bed with no consultation from my wife. She just took it off. Last night, I'm in bed, I'm cold, waking
Yeah.
up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
But she's fast asleep, so
Yeah. Typical.
happy wife,
I hope you were
easy.
being quiet while you were cold, though.
While I was shivering and that, yeah.
Sucking on your water on the side there and doing big, powerful streams of urine on the toilet.
Yeah, on the
On the
toilet.
toilet.
Oh,
you
you
know.
know.
Yeah.
Just
in the
on
general
it.
vicinity. What are you up to, Keyzie?
Tonight, I'll be having
Tonight
I'll be having dinner with my wife. I believe we're having a pork salad.
Do you ever think to yourself, man, why do we bother?
Pork
And I
as
don't
in,
mean specifically you, but God, we do the same thing every night, don't we?
Yeah,
you notice
totally.
that?
Yeah,
but,
pork
what
salad.
kind of pork?
I think pork belly.
Oh, okay, that's all right. I
And
had
a
a great
big-
pork belly the other night.
Big green salad.
Good on you, mate.
Vegetables,
Oh,
Mogi.
nice, man.
Yeah,
You get those in, yeah?
And then she'll go to bed early, and then I'll probably start for a bit and play PlayStation.
Cool.
What are you going to do, Jase?
I'll probably go home, have dinner with beef cheeks tonight, by the way, just incidentally with a bit
Is
of
that what you
mash.
call it?
And reflect on my little cat, maybe. Make sure my daughter's all G, and probably go to the gym and
Do you reckon-
come back and do a protein shake, go to bed and wake up again, make love. Probably read a little bit and then go back to sleep again.
See, I love how you started with an earnest thing about what you're actually doing, and then straight away into making love and going to the gym.
So we know the things that aren't happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but if you enjoyed the show today, 7:30 tonight, 2 podcasts come out, an outro, which is bonus content, and a best of the show. So check them out.
Good stuff. Till tomorrow. See you
Yeah.
later.